I thought I had the perfect life. A loving wife, Sarah, a successful career, and a beautiful home. We were high school sweethearts, the couple everyone admired. But for the past few months, something felt off. Sarah was distant, always on her phone, smiling at messages that clearly weren't from me. She started having late-night girls' nights and book club meetings that stretched into the early hours. My gut screamed that something was wrong, but my heart refused to believe it. One evening, I decided to surprise her at her book club, which was supposedly at a friend's house across town. I bought her favorite flowers and drove over. When I got there, the house was completely dark. Cars, no lights, no sound. My heart sank. I called her, and she answered, sounding a little breathless, saying the meeting had moved to a new cafe and she'd forgotten to tell me. The lie was so blatant, so poorly constructed, it was like a slap in the face. That's when I knew for sure. My wife was cheating on me. The next few weeks were torture. I became a detective in my own home, consumed by a need to know who it was. I checked her phone records, her social media, everything. But there were no obvious clues. The person she was texting was saved under a generic name, Alex. I imagined this Alex was some slick, successful guy, maybe a colleague from her new marketing job. The thought of her with someone better, richer, or more handsome than me ate me alive. I started working late, burying myself in projects just to avoid the hollow silence of our home. My office building was usually empty at night, except for the cleaning crew. There was one janitor, a quiet guy named Leo, who I'd often see. He was in his late 20s, always had his headphones on, would just nod politely as he emptied my trash or vacuumed the carpets. We never really spoke, but his presence was a constant, a silent witness to my late-night misery. Sometimes I'd look up from my spreadsheets and see him wiping down the glass walls of my office. And for a fleeting moment, I'd feel a strange sense of companionship in our shared late-night solitude. One night, I was packing up to leave, even later than usual. My phone buzzed with a text from Sarah. Running late, book club is going long. Don't wait up. The lie was so familiar now it barely even stung. As I walked towards the elevator, I heard a familiar ringtone coming from the janitor's closet down the hall. It was the same custom tone Sarah used for her mystery contact, Alex. My blood ran cold. It couldn't be. I stood there, frozen, listening. Heard a muffled voice, a man's voice. It was Leo, the janitor. He was on the phone, and his words hit me like a physical blow. "Yeah, babe. I'll be home soon," he said. "Just finishing up here. He's finally leaving. Yeah, tell me all about it when I get there. Love you too." He was talking to my wife. Sarah's Alex wasn't a doctor or a lawyer. He was Leo, the janitor who cleaned my office every single night. The pieces of the puzzle clicked into place with horrifying clarity. Her late nights weren't with some high-flying executive. They were with him. He'd finish his shift here, cleaning up my mess, and then go home to my wife. The irony was suffocating. I had been so obsessed with the idea of being replaced by someone better that I never even saw the man who was right under my nose, literally cleaning the floor I walked on. I didn't confront him. I didn't confront her. I just walked out of the building, got into my car, and drove. I didn't know where I was going, but I knew I could never go back. The man I pitied, the quiet janitor I barely gave a second thought to, was sleeping with my wife. He knew my schedule. He knew when I was working late, because he was there with me. He must have laughed about it, the thought of their shared secret. Their betrayal happening in the very place I worked to provide for our life was the ultimate humiliation. The next day, I filed for divorce. When Sarah finally came home, I had already packed her bags. The look on her face when I simply said, "I know about you and Leo," was something I'll never forget. Not sadness, not remorse, but shock. The shock of being caught. She didn't deny it. She just asked how I knew. Didn't give her the satisfaction of an answer. I just told her to get out. The perfect life I thought I had was a lie, built on a foundation of deceit. And the man who helped her shatter it all was the one I saw every single night. The invisible man who was cleaning my office while I was losing my wife. I'm starting over now, and while the pain is still there, so is the freedom of knowing the truth. Thank you for listening to my story. If you have a story of your own, share it in the comments below. Don't forget to like and subscribe for more.